he's learned from early that Caribbean people have goat everywhere. Right? I need to figure out when that little boy's gonna want roots too.
Run it up. Watch it ASAP.
Oh, my Project Mbappé starts next month.
Swear down.
He sent him a letter, signed him up to an 8-week course, Luton football coach course.
Okay.
50 quid.
How old is he?
He's 4.
Yeah, run it.
Project Mbappé.
Early the better.
Literally, I got the letter, signed him up straight away. Rang Mumsy. I was like, Mumsy, me and you got between us. We're taking football Tuesday. She's like, good. Stace asked a very valid question. I told her about it. She goes, okay, cool. Does Mason want to do it? I'm like,
does he want to do it? Does the child?
He will.
Does the child know
He
what
will.
he wants to do?
the point is, he showed me the letter. I didn't even ask him. I immediately took it. Sign up.
Thank you.
And then she,
You know what?
and then she
There you
said,
go.
does he want you? And I went, Mason, look at football. He's like, yeah. I was like, man decided his whole life there and then.
Yeah, you just saw the contract.
I saw the contract and signed it.
Nah, I wish that was what I got. If someone just signed me up for something, you're going to this thing on Thursday, Tuesday, I would have loved that.
I have some very strong thoughts about that.
Very strong thoughts.
Right.
But my strong thoughts are, I would have loved that because I wasn't urged to do that kind of thing. So I would have just turned up. I would have been gassed.
When you were 4?
When I was 4, if I was laying balls, I'll be Mbappé, bro. You see how fast I am?
Mbappé.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it. You know?
Go on, strong
This
thoughts.
is a big point, right? Obviously, my mum, wonderful woman, amazing, right? Great mum. I love my mum. My dad wasn't always around when I was growing up, right? Especially from age 10 onwards. And that was when I really started getting into football when I was 8. Obviously, progressed when my dad wasn't there. Now, my personality, I am ride or die for my teammates. I stayed at the same team. When I first started playing football, I stayed with the same group until I stopped playing. I did not change.
Right.
I did not change because that was my team.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
I identified. This is my team. These are my players. Obviously, the players chopped and changed
But
throughout the years.
You rode for the team.
But these are my people. Yeah, I'll do anything for those guys. Right. What I could have benefited from is somebody pushing me and saying, look, go for trials here, there, right? Because my attributes, I was built to play football. Big, strong, athletic, fast, intelligent in the sense that I'm quick at making decisions, right?
I'm getting signed now based on
I'm competitive like a fucking dog when it comes to games, right? And especially football,
We know,
right?
We know.
And my work ethic, you know what I'm like as well, my discipline, right?
Bear lazy.
we would do Monday kickabout. We would do Monday kickabout at the local high school in Luton, right? Jordan used to go because some people used to train in Sunday league, wasn't it? Me and Tamar started going just for a bit of banter, just to get out of the house and do something fun because like football. Jordan stood in the middle of the park, centre mid, and was just giving instructions and giving praise. Because I said before we started playing, I was like, I'm not that comfortable on the ball, so if I get the ball at centre back, I'm just rosetting it, right? One point, I picked the ball up, ran into midfield, and laid it past the wing. And he went, "You look pretty confident there, big man." I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I was G'd up for the rest of the game, bro." Like, carry on.
Yeah, so I was always like that. I had to shout and talk to be involved in the game, right? Mentally, I'm just like, I had all the ingredients that with direction and opportunity, I would have worked like an absolute dog, yeah? But I never thought to push myself, and I suppose, obviously I pushed myself at training, etc. I became extremely fit. But obviously my priority was, these are my teammates, this is where I'm at, yeah? So I didn't actually test myself. I didn't actually pursue that path. Also, and it's not Mumsy's fault because, you know, she's not really into sports. She doesn't really know what to do, right? Also, town sports, I can't remember what year it was. It might have been like year 8 or it might have been year 8 actually. Obviously I was a 200 meter guy, right? Ran 200 meters. Similar story to you, I think, with the spikes. Ran it in trainers, came second. Put some spikes on for that was the heats. Put some spikes on for the final. I won, right? The other guy ran for Luton. I didn't run for nobody. I just used to run around, right? The other guy ran for Luton, so he's obviously gone through training and that. Afterwards, a scout for Luton pulled me up, spoke to me and my mum, and she was like, "You just beat the guy who runs for Luton. I want you to come train with us, run for Luton as well." Gave my mum the phone number. Where did that phone number go?
Mumsy, love and respect. Where did it go?
Right. Don't know where the phone number went. Call was never made, and I wasn't really. Back then, I wasn't really too fussed in it. I used to just do things because they were fun. I used to play football because I used to enjoy it. I used to go to town sports and that because I enjoyed it, right? But looking back, I sort of thought, Project Mbappé, what if someone just pushed me a little bit here and there?
So see, I have a thought on that as well, because my point is, I don't know how to judge which school system's better in terms of UK and US, right? But what I know is, if you shine at sports in the US, everyone's gonna know.
Yeah.
They're so heavily invested in their sport programs there that you could pretty much get a free pass through all your schooling because you're good at sport. That obviously can lead to some problems, but in that way, they're quick to pick up on things like that. You just beat the guy at town sports. No one's asking you nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
The school has gone. Jordan, the scout for Luton, has come here to meet with you and your mum on Tuesday. Come here because we want you to run for Luton. Yes, it benefits the school because you get money, but you then get an opportunity to be like, yo, if you want to, you can actually run for Luton.
It's true.
Playing basketball, football, American football, baseball, wrestling, shot put, javelin, any athletic endeavour you can do in an American school, they will strap a rocket to your ass and shoot you to the moon. In England, you can be the baddest baller. No one cares.
Bro, that's so true.
It's on you to go and chase
Damn
it.
shame.
I would win 200 meters. Obviously, in our school, I would win cross country. Trooper test, I come first in the year group. Same as cross country, first in the year group. No school teacher ever said, "Yo, Jordan, you're actually alright at this running thing."
And they all know. Everybody in the year knew that as well. Everybody in the year knew he plays football really well. He plays rugby really well. He does athletics really well. So it's not like it wasn't known by everyone here who could do what. Just no one cared.
No one cared.
You just rolled up. Oh yeah, Jordan plays football well. Jordan, you're one captain. Lewis Holmes is the other captain. That's what they did. That was your big thing for being good at football. You get to be a captain of the team.
That makes me feel better sad because
It's wild.
all those adults, full on adulting people, see a child doing bits. Absolute vibes. If I saw a kid now bust 100 meters sprint, I'd be like,
nah, but it's not their fault. It's not their fault, man, because there's no structure. They don't. Who do they go?
They are all grown adults.
No, but there's no chain in an American school. You get on the phone to the sports director.
So do you think it's because they're on? If one particular adult was passionate, they got so much dead food around them that they're like, well, what am I supposed to do? My job's this. I can't now champion this kid and make him.
Or even a parents' evening, bro. Obviously, I'm sure my mum went. I know my mum went to a parents' evening. No teacher saying this is what your son is good at. Maybe he should pursue those things.
Right.
Now I get academically, I used to just piss around in school, so I get that. They wouldn't be talking about some of the academic, the actual lessons, but for the things that I am good at, just plant the seed, like, yo, maybe I should explore this. I've looked online, these are different places, you have Luton Athletic Club or whatever it was called. Speak to them, speak to this person. They could plant the seed, right?
It's money, man.
Did I tell you, man, about one of the English teachers? I'm not going to drop any names, but in high school, English teacher. English was probably one of the lessons that I used to piss around the most in.
Because we speak every day.
Don't bring me no Shakespeare. Don't bring me much ado about nothing. Don't ask me to write about this man wanting his pound of flesh.
Yeah.
Because I don't care I really don't care.
Oh,
I just didn't quite understand. I'm watching a movie. Why you asked me to write about it and symbolism and all these different things? No. Maybe that side of it went over my head, right? The whole symbolism side of it. What does this mean? What does this mean? Talk, bro. I don't want no Shakespeare. I don't even understand the lingo, right? So I used to piss around a lot, whatever it was with English. We obviously had coursework to do in year 10, 11, whenever it was, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do no coursework. The only...
we had coursework to do, I didn't do it.
You're laughing, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Honestly, so you man don't really know how I performed at school. I would not do coursework until I was forced to do it in the school. Right? I'm not doing it at home.
It's funny because you turned out great, right? I imagine this. Everyone's there doing coursework. John's like, you man coming out. Like, no, brother, we've got to do this essay for tomorrow. Like, bun that. That's
Fun
not
that.
Not doing any coursework. I dropped one of my lessons. I had a free period.
Okay.
They said to me, yeah, you need to go to the library, do something to like, or go to a classroom, whatever, to catch up on coursework in other classes. Nobody checked nothing. I used to roam around for one period, one lesson. I had nowhere to be.
Someone's got some explaining to do.
I had nowhere to be. They just left me, right, to my own devices, yeah? Anyway, getting sidetracked a bit. So I didn't want to do no coursework. One day, the teacher said, everybody has to do their introduction by X date on a Shakespeare thing, yeah? I did my introduction, like a one-page quick little intro. That was my final submission. The introduction for the coursework, that was the whole bit of coursework. I didn't do anything else. I left it, right? So I could understand that the teacher would think that I'm a nobody in class, right? But there was one particular task that they set, which was creative writing. And the teacher explained to us, be very detailed and specific with describing the environment, the characters, anything involved in this creative little... It wasn't a story, we just had to set the scene.
Okay.
So I went home. This is a piece of work that actually appealed to me.
Yeah.
I like creative writing. I didn't know it back then. So I've gone home. I've actually did the work.
Jeez.
I've done the work. I've sat there, I've focused, I've done it. It's fun to me. It's not work, it's fun. So I produce a very good piece of work. Give it to the teacher. She marks it. She wants to speak to me afterwards. Jordan, where have you got this from?
Oh my God. Where have you got this from?
The plagiarism thing.
She came in on the accusatory thing.
Immediately.
But hold on, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
Right? So she's interrogating me about my work.
Yeah.
Asking me where I've got the names from, the name of the character. And I didn't actually remember, but I seen it on something lying around in my house. And my mum knew when I spoke to her, she recognized the name. So yeah, she's asked me details. I made a misspelling of the word labour. I spelled it the American way instead of the English way. But I did it on a computer, so I think it was the autocorrect, yeah? So she's thinking because I've used a US spelling as well, that's another, right? But she can't find nothing. The reason why is because I wrote it, right? So she asked me to do another one. But it was a bit strange because she asked me to do another one, but not in front of her. So, so I just did it like in my spare time in school somewhere. Just like,
in your free period?
I may not have had the free period, that's great. But I've done it. I'm just quickly just written it down, boom, 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 pen and paper, giving it to her. She's taken it. She hasn't told me anything. She hasn't said, you know, okay, I accept that you didn't cheat. She hasn't said, well done. She hasn't said, this is a good piece of work. She just obviously didn't believe me. In that moment, there was such a big opportunity for... I said her and I was trying to keep the gender secret. There was such a big opportunity for her to say, Jordan, this is actually a good piece of work. you know, I've noticed that you don't really do any other work. There's the only one single piece of work you've ever done in my class.
Yeah.
Even if she said, if this is your work, I strongly suggest that you keep doing this. Do this again. Pursue this. Learn more about this. You know, these are authors who write creative books. Maybe read some of these books. Even if she didn't believe me,
It's a tiny adjustment.
that's it.
She do that.
Never happened.
Just took it. Well, thanks.
Took it. That was it. Never happened from her again.
You know what she did? She probably wrote her own story off the back of that. Just like stole all the characters, stole all this thing. She was like, "Thanks, Jordan. I needed more of that."
Checking the plagiarism. She's like,
Where did you get this from?
I'm 2 pieces short from finishing my book.
Bro, it's nuts. And I was at creative writing. When I look back to my younger days, bro, I was sick. Like, there was. This must have been in high school again. Did Matthew Miller go to our primary school or high school?
High school.
Okay.
Jenna Miller went to our primary school.
Okay, so I thought this happened in primary school, but it must have been high school. Maybe I was in year 7 or something. But we got asked to write a poem. Right? In class, we just got asked to sit down for X amount of time, write a poem. Again, creative writing. So what happens? Immediately, I'm head down for the full duration. So it was like half an hour or 45 minutes. My head is down. I'm banging out this poem. The poem is multiple pages.
Yeah.
Right, I sit there, finish a poem, done at the end of the time, yeah? The teacher is like asking people to read their poems out. I think she asked 3 people, so she asked one person. I didn't put my hand up, right? I got my poem, I'm good. People put their hands up, she picks one person, picks another person. Personally, I might be getting this wrong because I thought it was primary school. But there was somebody sitting next to me anyway, I don't quite remember who, but they called the teacher. Then they goes to me, Jordan, look, you've just sat here and done this poem for all this time, focus on it, put your hand up and read your poem. I kind of sat there, the guy called the teacher, I think basically said, yeah, Jordan's done this poem. So I read it out, yeah, whole class is silent. Bad boy poem. And you know what's funny actually? It was a poem. The poem was like my excuse for not doing my homework. So you know all the stereotypical results, excuses. I basically put all these different excuses into a poem, and then just cleaned up the final verse. Like, nice, yeah. It was a mad poem. Whole class is literally silent while I'm reading it. The teacher found it so good, she contacted my mum and gave my mum a copy of the poem. Said it was very good. So again, that was kind of just like me recognizing that, okay, creative writing is something that actually in the past I've enjoyed.
Right.
But again, that English teacher at that crossroads could have just planted a little seed. Didn't take much. Yeah. Just to say, look, just maybe this is something that you should explore a little bit. Didn't happen.
Jordan, I think you should explore creative writing. I think they're trying to tell us something.
So I actually am.
Awesome.
I actually am, yeah. It's joking.
Really good to hear.
Thank you, G. But
I
actually am. I've got a few. Obviously, you man know I'm a personal development obsessor, right?
Yeah.
Student of the game. So I've been writing down some life principles, some life lessons, and that's where my creative energy has been going, really, into writing creatively about those principles. So
okay,
I'll share that with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Big up. We'll plug it on future episodes as well.
The thing is, that started off so comical and it just turned so wholesome. It turned so. I think the overlying point. I genuinely think the overlying point is there's not enough avenues outside of, even within academics. There's not enough avenues in our education system to incentivize teachers pursuing students for their talents.
Do you know what I wonder?
There's not.
We had some very good teachers at our school.
Yeah.
Mr. Rich, Miss Bennett. Where did they go?
Remember? System. Did they go private?
Exactly.
Where they go?
Private schools.
Right.
Because they got time, brother. Mr. Rich,
No, because they were good at their job.
Mr. Rich is the history teacher, isn't
Mr. Rich, yeah. Did he teach you?
he? Yeah.
If you spoke?
Bro.
Do you know when Kane took off his mask on the table?
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
He doesn't like that.
Mr. Rich.
He looks like Kane.
Mr. Rich did not ramp.
He
bro.
was the scariest motherfucker I've ever met in my life.
One time he almost told me because he thought I was talking.
He thought you were talking.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's just obviously rows of chairs, isn't it? So he come like someone was talking next to me and he turned around, everyone shut up, and he come and stood next to me and he asked me like, "Do you want people said?" I was like, "It wasn't me, sir." He was like, "What?" I said, "It wasn't me that said anything." And then obviously stitches like snitches get stitches. So I said,
yeah.
And someone else said, "Oh no, it's him."
Swear down.
Someone else was like, "It wasn't John, it was him." And then he was like, and then he looked at me and he didn't even say sorry. He looked at me, looked at the next brother, I went over there and went to tackle him instead.
This guy
Like
does
a
bomb,
sensible
Mr.
man.
Rich, he was the only teacher where you'd walk in the class and you had to be quiet.
Everyone was
Yeah,
silent.
Because Rich didn't care, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
His lip would tremble, like he was.
Yeah.
He was actually furious.
Yeah.
How dare this child speak in my.
Oh, man, these adolescents coming in. What do they think this is? What do they think this is? Oh, Rich.
I know it's history, but